right, y'all, Rick's Mountain Morning Show. Hey, excuse me, top of the hour. Dr. MJ Collier was talking about all of the vitamins, vitamin D, 5,000 milligrams, and let everybody know how and why the vitamin D is why the vitamin D is so important.
Okay, Rickey, once again, good morning. 9 out of 10 of the people that I see in my office are not just low on vitamin D, but they're very vitamin D deficient. A normal range on the vitamin D is from 30 to 90 international units. And most of the individuals that I have, it's less than 10, which means they are severely deficient. Now, we all know that vitamin D is responsible for bone health. It gives you strong bones, gives you nice skin, gives you nice hair. And, so we're aware of that. What people aren't aware of and what the scientists and physicians have learned is that vitamin D boosts your immune system. It stimulates antimicrobial properties in your cells and all your immune system cells. It inhibits B cells and T cell proliferation. Now, that's scientific jargon. It means your immune system, basically. And it plays a very, very eminent role in your immune function. So they did a study that had 11,000 people in it, and the ages of that study was newborn babies up to the age of 95. And what they found that a daily dose of vitamin D would markedly suppress respiratory tract infections and improve respiratory health, particularly during the cough, cold, and flu season. So they have found out that this is very, very important to help when you have a respiratory tract infection. So vitamin D is very important, but you have to take a dose that's therapeutic. There are doses that are available in your grocery store that are 300, 400 international units, and that's just far too low. A standard dose that you would need for good immune health would be 5,000 international units per day. And that is what I recommend to my patients, and that is what I personally take every day, and I'm hoping this helps improve and boost my immune system so it protects me while I'm doing the testing. But I tell you,
for 3 years now, Dr. Collier. For 3 years, 5,000 milligrams every single day.
Every single day. And I tell you, I just keep my bottle by my toothbrush, and I tell people they forget to take it. I say, you don't have to eat to take it. It's a small caplet. It has no taste, no smell. It's easy to swallow. You just keep it by your toothbrush. You wash your face, brush your teeth, take your vitamin D every day, and you'll help boost your immune system. Now, the other thing we talk about is omega-3 fish oil. Now, omega-3 fish oil has been well known for its anti-inflammatory properties, and that is why it helps with cardiovascular health. It helps lower your cholesterol, but not only lower your cholesterol, it increases your HDL, or good cholesterol. It lowers your LDL and your bad cholesterol, and it has a positive effect on your triglycerides, which is another form of fat, and it's very strongly indicated when a person has an acute cardiac event, because the triglycerides will clog the arteries going to the heart, and that's why you have a heart attack. So omega-3 fish oil is very good for its anti-inflammatory problem, and the reason that people are dying from the COVID infection is it causes an overwhelming inflammatory response in the lung tissue. When the lung tissue swells and becomes more than one cell layer thick, you cannot get oxygen transport, so you literally drown in your own mucus. So that is why it's very important to blunt that anti-inflammatory effect. And then probiotics. Probiotics are good bacteria that line your entire align your entire mucous membrane from your nasal cavity to your rectum. And this virus, the COVID-19, infects your mucous membranes. So the probiotics will supercharge the immune function within those mucous membranes and help fight off infection from that way. So taking those three supplements, vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil, and probiotics, will markedly boost your immune system. But there are other things that we talked about that will do it. Selenium is an important cofactor in activation of the immune system. You can get selenium naturally in nuts, Brazil nuts, fish, seafood, brown rice, and sunflower seeds. So when you're snacking, snack on some Brazil nuts or some sunflower seeds, and then increase your seafood intake. Vitamin C has well-known immune cell proliferation and differentiation benefit to the phagocytes in your immune system. So vitamin C supplementation, that is what is in Airborne. Airborne is a vitamin C supplement. So make sure that you're doing all that you can to boost your immune system, because, as of this point, you don't want to catch the virus. That's the best option. So if you're out there working out of necessity, you have to support your family. You're in a service profession that's requiring you to interact with the public more so than usual. You want to make sure that you're wearing your goggles, want to make sure you're wearing your face mask, and want to make sure that you're supplementing your immune system function so that you're giving yourself a fighting chance in this battle.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached and how they can order your product.
Okay, well, they can reach me on all social media at ask Dr. MJ, and we'll try to respond to your questions in the morning show segments, as well as I'll try to directly get back to you through IM. But I'm telling you, it's there are a lot of questions that are overwhelming. Yesterday was probably the busiest day in my office, Ricky, and it was just exhausting. And we tested more people yesterday than we have tested, and I'm sure that more than half of those individuals will end up testing positive. So it's busy out there.
What?
Yeah. So it's so that I'm seeing the rates go up. I'm seeing the incidents go up. But at least people are getting the word and people are getting tested. So we're helping from that perspective. So we want to do that.
Wait a minute. We got to go, but we got to go, Dr. Collier, but real quick. So somebody come to your office and they get tested.
Yeah.
And they test positive, and you just give them the medicine to treat the symptoms. Is there any instances where you could treat them with just prescription medication and they could fight it themselves and not be hospitalized, or all of them have to go to the hospital?
Oh, no. On the contrary, the vast majority of them are being treated with prescription medication. I'm treating all of their symptoms. I'm giving them antibiotics for secondary bacterial infection and the inherent anti-inflammatory effect of the antibiotics. I'm recommending that they also take the supplements that we discussed, and we're trying to keep their chest from getting congested. And we're trying to stay ahead of the symptoms. Some of them only have exposure, and they don't really have symptoms yet. That's the best case scenario. But I've had people that, quote, have been exposed by coworkers, etc., and they're tested positive. So we're starting treatment immediately. But I'm starting treatment on anybody that tests positive without question. And then if they're still susceptible or appear symptomatic, I'm starting them and telling them to take those things that we talked about to keep in your medicine cabinet, the Mucinex D, the antihistamines, etc. So we're telling people, don't just go home and isolate yourself for 14 days. You need to try to stay ahead of the symptoms, and so you can take all those medications that we talked about that are over the counter, the antihistamines. The other things. And then also, if they need to be treated with prescriptions, I will give them prescriptions as well.
I promise you, that was one of the best segments ever. That was so much information. I hope we can isolate that and just run that.
Yes.
Or whatever. That was so good. Thank you, Dr. Collier.